Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a voiceover for my latest video, which is going to be week 3, 4 and 5 of Project Life in my 8x6 album. So I'm just taking out pages because I've printed all my pictures, put them in how I want them to look into the page protectors. So just setting up, you'll see that I jump quite a bit at the beginning because I'm having a few issues with my camera. It wasn't quite working right, so I don't know if it's because I've got low battery or what, but I'm not too worried about that. I do apologise by my nails as well if you can see that they are a little bit cracked, but from this angle you can't really see them. So I've updated my nails now, ready for Friday, and I am speeding this video up as well. So this video is a ×2, so it is going through a little bit quicker. I will walk through a little bit of what I'm doing, so I'm just grabbing my album so I can see where I'm at. So this is a Project Life card, which is from the golden set that I ordered from eBay, which is the 4x6 18 card set. So that's the one that I'm using for most of these little cards. So this one, it does say do more of what makes you happy. I'm using my Minnie Mouse font alphas and put WK3, which is week 3, and then I'm putting stamp which says January 16th to January the 22nd, which doesn't make sense, but yeah, it does to me when I look at it straight away. I'm just not in a great mood right now with the dates at the minute. It's just my head's gone all over the place with that. I'm using the Dear Lizzie kit roller stamp, which runs out next year, so I have ordered a new roller stamp, so that will be coming soon. Very, very cheap, £1 something. So I got a new pen, which is everyone's been talking about. It's the Papermate ink gel 0.7. I finally did get my hands on one of these. I went on eBay for like £1.98 or something like that, and I got a blue one as well, which you can just see poking out the bottom of the screen shot there. It is also a fast drying pen, so it works really well on photos, which I am using it on right now. So this is a 4x6 photo, which my printer doesn't do borderless printing, so that's why there is a border around it. It just does it automatically. I am not going to change it. It's what it is. So I wrote on it, it says time to eat healthily and lose some weight. I put a little heart. Not a huge fan, but will eat this. I love pasta though, so I am trying to lose a bit of weight. As you all know, I'm getting married next year, so that is the reason why I want to lose a little bit of weight. So I have got my set goal. That's why I've got Fitbit, which you will see in a minute. Me doing the cards for it. So that's that one finished. So I'm just taking this photograph out. I'm not actually backed on anything, because I quite like it how it is. The card next to it, this gold foil dot one, is from the golden kit, but it's the 3x4 cards, so it's the same type of thing as the big one, just in a smaller ratio. So I just wrote on the one of me and my partner, gone for a walk, and then put hearts over it so it doesn't look so bad, because the background is not great, but you haven't seen that I've wrote that yet. So I'm starting on this photo, which is of my best friend's front room. Me and him met up and we went to IKEA, and he wanted a few bits for his front room, so we got a little throw, which I haven't cut down, so I'm using my Eiffel Tower scissors. So I've got my throw, the cushions and the rug. You also can't see, but there is a desk chair that we bought as well. I put it all together for him, which he really likes. So here it is. I'm just going to write around the tree and then put some hearts in on that photo. and then I'll go on to the bottom photo, which I do mount onto 4x6 cards. The 4x6 cards that I mount them onto is going to be from my craft edition, which is I've got the big kit of that. So because I put it all in a little box, you'll see me in and out picking up a few different ones from where I'm stashing them. I've stashed them in a shoebox, so I've made them so they sit right and I can go through it. I really like this pen. This pen writes really smoothly and it's perfect for writing on my photos, as I said. So that's that in there. And then I had to remember if I put these the right way around, because I haven't. You'll see that I've got so many in different orders, but it's how I want the colours to go. Excuse me whilst I just resort myself on my chair. So I'm just trying to find out a perfect title card, which is this blue one, which is also from the craft set. So I'm just moving the letters around on my acrylic block. I'm just going to see if they fit on, if I do want them. But this is where I was tempting whether I'll go gold or black and white, the black ink. I'm going to go for the black ink this time. So I'm just stamping that in, and I do get myself covered in ink. And I get my page protector covered in ink, which you'll see a bit later on. So this one, because I've got the Fitbit now, I've got some badges, so I'm just going to put some badges on in some of my Project Life layouts, because I want to see which ones I achieve and stuff like that. A really creaky desk chair, so I do apologise, guys. I then have Minnie Mouse bow like embellishing kit, which is got her flowers on. They do look a bit navy, so that's why I put it on the top of this, because I really like them and I want to use them because I haven't used them yet. I really should put them in my my Disney 8x6 Project Life style album, but I haven't done it yet, so, and I haven't even finished mine, so I might do that at some point. So I'm just putting some double-sided tape on the back of that. So on this one I put yay, because I did the NYC 3.1 mile adventure badge, and that was earned on the 24th of January. And then this one is boat shoe, which I did 5,000 steps in a day, which was earned on the 22nd of January. So I do roughly around 9,000 steps a day. I need to increase it, but on my days off I don't really do much, because I either film or I am playing games or something in my spare time, because I do like that. So I am happy with the way that I do most of my steps. So this one is of my colouring calendar, which I got myself. So I got new colouring pencils, as you all know. I got the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and this I've put at the bottom. I finished this month quickly and love the bright colours because it does look really bright and it's gorgeous. I need to do February. I will be doing that over the weekend. I just got this moustache one, which is from my kit again, and I was just putting it over to make it a bit more fuller picture. So as you see, that's where I got all the ink all over my page protector. So I use my Stars On ink remover just to remove all this ink. So I'm using page protectors from Becky Higgins, the small the 8x6 ones, Simple Stories, and I also got a miscellaneous, which is the Bo Bunny ones, which have extra holes in for like ones that got the 4 rings or the 5 rings or the 3 ring, or it'll fit most of all the folders that you pick up. So that's a really good page protectors to pick up, because there's 40 in that pack, and it was only like, what was it, $9.99 or something like that, or $8.99, which I had to get because I needed it for, of course, my Project Life. So this one is just the two 4x6s set. So as you see, I'm picking out some of the cards. I walked to work one morning and this was the sunrise, which I had to take a photograph of, and I was thinking Project Life. I just backed onto one of the, I think it's a Becky, not a Becky Higgins, Dear Lizzie collection. I'm not 100% sure because it's not, I bought it off of eBay, which was like a Miss kit one that somebody had left over and they weren't going to use, so I bought that for really, really cheap. So that's the reason why I don't know which kit this one comes from. And then I put two photographs into one, so you'll see that I back it onto a 4x6 card. This next two photos, which is of me in my Harry Potter pyjamas. I think this was just before I weigh myself as well, so that's the reason why my hair's all over the place, but I really don't care. So I write on this photo, let's see how I change, because of course I'm losing weight, so I just want to keep an eye on what I'm doing in that. And then I got trainers, which was 10,000 steps in a day, which was done on the 23rd of January. And I like putting my journaling on certain areas of the picture. I really like the look of it, so I'm doing that for now. I'll probably end up changing out and embellishments and stuff like that, so just keep an eye out. This is one thing I like about Project Life, is that you can do it as simple as you want or as complicated as you want. Everyone has different techniques and whatnot. So this one I put on the back of the card because I didn't know what other card to put it on, so this one I just put 1 week on a diet and I am down by 10 pounds in weight, so happy, and we'll keep going. Was 19 stones 8 pounds, watch me change. I will have ups and downs, but I will keep going because I am now, what is the 16th of February, I've lost a stone and now I put 3 pounds on, so I will have up and down weeks where I will not do so well. Other weeks I'll probably do really well, but I will keep at it, so that's just a reminder to tell me to keep on going. Sorry about that, I don't know what went on there. Oh yes, I remember now. My camera cut out, so I was trying to figure out why it cut out. It just did. I think it was just because it was too hot. So I just got this card out, and then this is my new colouring book, which is The Enchanted Forest by Joanne Basford, and I really, really like it, this colouring book. I've only done the type page, I'm not even finished on the type page yet, but this will take me a while, but I really like these books. They're really, really nice, good quality paper, and I like using colouring pencils on it, so just wanted to put that in there. And then see, as you see, like I've done what, 4 pages of layouts for this week, because as I say, there's like so many things going on at once. So this is a photo of me in my uniform at work. As you can see, I have lost a bit of weight in my face, so that's the reason why I wanted to put this photo in. Also this week, on the 24th of January, the new Sims game pack came out, which was the vampires, and they also had an update just before this of toddlers. And I like the American Horror Story hotel with Lady Gaga in it as the main lady. I can't think of her name right now. the Countess, that's the who she plays. And somebody on the Facebook group that I was on made her, and I think it's pretty good resemblance of her character. I really like it, so I downloaded it. So that's the reason why I put that in there, because I didn't want to put the vampire front cover on in here. It's just to remind me that I want to start playing her at some point. If you do play The Sims 4, my origin username is LilacBleeds. If you want to add me. I'll leave it all down below anyway of my user ID. Most of my user IDs are LilacBleeds, so that's just why. So I've got this polka dot colour to back this marathon on. So I've done 26 lifetime miles, which I think I did it in 1 week, which ended on the 28th of January, so that's really a good achievement. I really like that. So then we go on to week 5. I didn't do much this week, except from watch a couple of shows. I love Shadowhunters. Dominic, I think his name's Dominic. Everybody calls him Dom though. He's a UK actor, English actor, and he is just so perfect in this. I love him in it. I loved him in the Vampire Academy. So he's done a bit of a switch role, because he used to be a vampire and now he's like a shadow hunter, which is to protect people from that world. So it's just amazing. And this card is of my Gorgeous Girl stamps, which I did a video on previously, and I did all of these cards. I will be colouring it in at some point, but I haven't coloured it in yet. So I put week 5, January 30th 2017 to February 5 2017. I put this back in the project, in the page protector, and realised I hadn't taken 5. I hadn't put 5 on it. See, I got my colouring pencils out, but I didn't have my big ones. So these are the ones that I can't fit into my little holder. So that's the reason why I didn't colour it in, because I hadn't got that at hand. So I back this Shadowhunters onto a blue and white, well, cream striped, which I really like. And then I got into Bitten, which was after I watched Shadowhunters. They brought up Bitten as one of the recommendation, so I started watching that, and that's really good. That's more werewolves than, they don't really touch werewolves in Shadowhunters. They do have one character who is a werewolf, so you do get to see them, but not as much. I keep picking up my pink tape runner. It's actually run out, so I need to throw that one away or put in a fresh one. I don't know if I want to keep that, because I don't really use that one that much. I tend to use my red or my purple, which has got the same refills, so that's the reason why. And then I'll just write down here, here's the story for these 2 TV shows. Wanted something new to watch, and I do love that thing. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. And I'll just do a quick flip through of what my album looks like so far, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.